Hi and welcome to my channel. So working for the NHS in the UK is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Whether you need visa sponsorship or not, it really doesn't matter. So the NHS is the National Health Service and they recruit both clinical and non-clinical healthcare staff. So it doesn't matter obviously whether you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you're an IT, you're an HR, you're just a handyman. They recruit every single person for every single role. And the best thing is that if you need visa sponsorship, they don't have all the drama that private companies have with agents and all of that. Visa sponsorship is always free. They offer free accommodation. Some of the NHS trusts have relocation fees up to £10,000 per person to support you with that smooth transition. If you don't need visa sponsorship, they also offer loads of career progression opportunities. So you can progress, you can do apprenticeships, you can get higher paying positions, you can study, without paying any fees. There's lots of advantages for the NHS pension as well, sick pay, maternity pay, carers pay. There's quite a lot that is involved. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you three entry level jobs with the NHS. The reason I call these entry level jobs, and also they are the easiest jobs that you can get if you're going to work for the NHS, because it can be very challenging successfully getting jobs with the NHS if you don't really have insight into the organization, how it works, how it operates, what the expectations are. It can be very, very tough. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, appreciate your time. I hope that you're implementing all of what I'm talking about. So please leave a comment in the comment section and say, Melvis, I will implement this. Are you currently interested in NHS jobs? If so, which job? Have you applied for any vacancies with the NHS? If so, what? Do you need any information about NHS jobs? Leave all of that in the comment section below and I'll be able to join you there, guide you, support you, and provide that information that you need in order to move forward. So if you haven't joined the family, take this opportunity now to hit the subscribe button so that you're the first person to be notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. And so the best thing that I'm sharing about these jobs is that with job number one, it is definitely 100% the easiest of these jobs that I'm going to be sharing, three of them. The second one is going to give you access to the best opportunities, when it comes to career progression, when it comes to exposure, and when it comes to really experiencing the organization and deciding on what route you want to pursue further. The third job, I like it because it is the highest paid of all the three. It's also amazing. It's got the highest level of satisfaction that I've seen from the people that do these three jobs. But all three don't need any degree, obviously, to apply, and they're more of entry level jobs that you can put yourself forward for. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you each of these jobs and what you need for each and every one of them. So I also have a newsletter, by the way. I've dropped the link in the comment section below. It's a free newsletter where I share information about career progression opportunities in the UK, such as what I'm sharing in today's video. Free visa sponsorship jobs, to switch your visa. If you're in the UK right now, you're working in a nursing home, private company, domiciliary care, this is an opportunity for you to go through this video and apply for one or all of these opportunities, because there's no harm. You can apply for as many jobs as you want. It is entirely your choice. The main thing is that you should position yourself well. So when you join my newsletter, I send that info obviously directly to your inbox so that you don't miss out on that information. You're also going to find my contact details on there. There's my WhatsApp number, as well as my email address, which I'm more than happy for you to reach out if you need to. So like I've said, I've dropped that in the comment section below. Do feel free obviously to join. So the first job is working as a porter. So this particular job is something that it's a very good way to kind of get into the building, get into the organization, explore and see what else is going on, and then decide on what you need. So when you're working as a porter, the job is very simple. It's taking patients from A to B. Simple. Let's say if I'm working, say on, I don't know, a medical ward and I'm a nurse, just giving an example. If I need a patient to go say to another ward to have a scan, for example, or maybe they're being transferred, what you do is you call a porter. A porter will come over, take the patient, their notes, all of their belongings, and take them to wherever it is they need to go. So that's all you do every day at work. And so you'll be based in a particular department, and then obviously you're working within that department. So this is a very good entry level job. As you can imagine, you don't need any degree, any qualifications whatsoever. So it's the easiest way really to get into the NHS. And so one thing that I like about this opportunity is that it is also a non-clinical job, which means you don't have any patient care whatsoever. Because I understand that, direct patient care is not for everybody. Some people like healthcare, but they don't want to be like, supporting the patient directly. So this is a good way to get in, still work within the organization, but without that direct patient contact that you have as a clinical member of staff. So do consider this, and if you've got dependents as well in the UK, share this with them so they're aware of this opportunity. They can put themselves forward and be able to get this job, because it's going to make a massive difference to you and to them as well. Also, by the way, I do have a private career coaching program where I offer personalized guidance. With getting all these jobs with the NHS. I've worked in the NHS myself for the last 11 years of my 13 years being in the UK. So I started as a carer myself. I've then progressed to the nursing. I now work as an advanced nurse practitioner, which is the most senior clinical nursing position that there is in the profession. And so, I offer that guidance. If you want to know more about my private coaching program, if you check the description box below or the about section of this channel, you're going to see a link to join. When you join, we go through what's your personal circumstances, what are the best jobs for you to apply, how do you apply, visa sponsorship, obviously all free, all employers that are legit, that are going to recruit you and give you the job, but all they need is that you know what the job is about and you are a good candidate, and that's what the program is going to focus on. Also, your CV, interview questions, interview preparation. You're going to also have access to a community of like-minded, success-driven individuals that are going to push you with that implementation, so that you're not watching YouTube video after YouTube video doing nothing with the information, but that you're actually putting yourself forward for those opportunities. Not only that, but you know exactly what they need for each job, because I'm very strict when it comes to applying for jobs. And that helps to obviously increase the success rates for people who are part of my coaching program. So definitely check that out and do join as well. If you're watching this, by the way, do share with your friends, colleagues, loved ones, so that aware of some of these opportunities. If it's for your kids, for yourself, make sure that you're pursuing it and that you're following it and that you're implementing in order to apply. So job number 2 is healthcare assistant. So one of the reasons why working as a healthcare assistant is one of the best entry level jobs you can have for the NHS is that it's going to give you the highest level of exposure for future opportunities. If you want to get into nursing, medicine, HR, finance, IT, because you're on the floor, you're interacting with all sorts of professionals, patients, relatives. So you're going to build an excellent level of mastery, when it comes to the healthcare organizations and patient care and all of that, which means if you want to progress into any position, it's incredibly easy if you understand those different pathways that are available. Also, one advantage that this job has is that the number of vacancies are, look, if you go right now to NHS Jobs to check how many vacancies they have for this particular position, they've got thousands and thousands of them. And please, don't be deceived by the number of vacancies to think that you're just going to put in any kind of application and be successful. That's not going to work. You need to make sure that your application is absolutely perfect, it's well polished, because if not, it will be very difficult to get a job with the NHS. Despite the high number of vacancies, very few people are recruited because of how meticulous they want it to be. I also go through these recruitment processes with the NHS, so I understand. And you've got people like myself who've got extensive experience, knowledge within the sector, that are going to be looking at your application, which means if you don't know what you're talking about, look, you'll be very difficult to make it. So please don't just send in any kind of a random application. Be thorough when you're applying for these jobs. Again, what do you think about these opportunities, by the way? If there's anything that I'm going through and you're thinking, Melvis, you've talked about A, but what about Y? You've talked about B, but what about C? Please leave that in the comment section and I'll join you there. Also, if you're enjoying this content, just hit that like button. It lets me know you enjoy content like this, and obviously I should do more, because I'm somebody that I'm very passionate about career progression. When I moved to the UK, I was earning £16,000 as a carer, and I thought to myself, oh my goodness, this is so bad. Which means from when I moved to now, the pay has now increased to 20,000 a year, which is still as bad, but it's even worse now, because with the inflation rate and everything else that is going on, it is not possible to live on 20,000. And that's why when you're keen on career progression, You're constantly going to be upgrading, updating your knowledge, your skills, your behaviors, enhancing, who you are, and that is how you get more. And so if you're in the UK or wanting to move or watching my videos, this is the sort of mentality that you should have. Career progression is not only for particular people, it's also for you and I, because if we are in the sector, then why can't we progress? And that's how I see myself as, one of the top 10% or 1% that comes within this profession. And so I'm very keen on career progression, and so you should as well. So that's job number 2. And then the next one that we're going to talk about is the maternity support worker. If you're part of my private coaching program, you know how much I like these different jobs, because they get you in the room, they get you into the building. Maternity support worker, of all the 3 jobs we've spoken about, is the highest paying of all of them. Most of them start at band 3, which is absolutely amazing. And also it's a very it's a clinical job, but it's not as clinical. It's kind of nicer and more different than being, say, a healthcare assistant. So there are many differences really with this, but this is something that during our weekly live sessions in the program, we go through a lot of details with these different jobs. So it's difficult to do that on a YouTube video where we've got limited time, because during those live sessions, like last Thursday, we were there for 3 hours 30 minutes talking about apprenticeships within the NHS and how to apply for NHS jobs. So that's one session, 3 hours 30 minutes. So when I'm doing a YouTube video like this where I have to talk about 3 different jobs, time is very limited, and so I can only give you the kind of highlights. And so if you're a member of my private coaching program, those sessions are recorded, so you've got access to the recorded sessions. Do check them out. If you're not able to attend the live session, the session obviously is recorded. You need to check it out, because there's a lot that is discussed, and you and I can also go through those one-to-one sessions to talk more about anything that you don't understand. Also, your community hub is there available 24/7. So if you've got any concerns, worries, use the community hub to get to me. I get notified immediately there's any message on there, so that I can respond to you ASAP. So that's why those resources are there to help you, to guide you, so that you can succeed, excel, and thrive in this country. And there's no need to be struggling if you're part of this program. So again, that's what it's about. So maternity support worker, it's one of those jobs that like I say, the pay is a lot, but you need to make sure that you're enhancing your CV very well. You're positioning yourself really, really highly. You're looking at those transferable skills, and they are all obviously from the NHS jobs. It's the NHS that is recruiting for these jobs. And so again, like we were saying, these are entry level jobs. You don't need any else to apply. You don't need any degree. You don't need any prior experience. But you do need to look at, transferable skills. Because when we say that you don't need experience to apply, it doesn't mean that you're just going to say nothing. You know what I mean? So you still need to be able to demonstrate the fact that you have understanding of the job, and you're going to be able to execute it brilliantly well. And remember that looking for a job is competition. Some people are like, hey, it's not about competition. It is, because there are other people that want the same job as you, and for you to get the job and not them, you have to be better than all those people. So how somebody can say it's not competition, I don't get it. When I'm putting myself forward for a job, I'm seeing it as competition, because I need to be better at the interview, I need to be better on the application, I need to be better with the way I talk, and that is the only way that I'm going to get the job. And look, you should see it in the same way. So what do you think about these opportunities? Which of these are you going to put yourself forward for? Like we've said, no IELTS needed. So please, if you've been stressing out about IELTS and you're worrying and you're thinking, oh, Melvis, I'm scared of IELTS. Some people say I don't have money to apply. You don't need money to apply for these opportunities. What you need is time, dedication, patience, perseverance, and the will to succeed. That's what you need, the will to succeed. So again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button so you're part of the family and you're notified every single day when I drop a new video on here at 10 a.m. prompt UK time. If you haven't enjoyed my newsletter, you can check out the comment section below. You can also reach out to me directly. You've got my contact details on there, email, phone number. Just reach out, join my newsletter as well, and I'll be able to send that information directly to your inbox. Check out these other videos that I've linked up specially for you.